Hello, it's Miriam from Blind Forest Tarot here at Blind Forest Books in Sackville, New Brunswick. And today I'm doing a video on Venus's transit through Scorpio. So from November 21st to December 15th, Venus will be leaving the sign of Libra, where we found balance in some way surrounding what our heart wants, and entering Scorpio, the sign of passion, of your deepest soul's desires. So you are about to love on what your soul needs to feel fulfilled and satisfied in a much bigger way. So the decks I'm using for this reading are the Literary Witches Oracle, the Santa Muerte Oracle and Tarot, and the Herb Crafters Tarot, performing as an oracle. So let's get right into it with the shadow cards, the energy bringing us to Venus in Scorpio. And we start with Praying Mantis. So you are ready to take things into your own hands in a big way. Praying mantis are the bugs that kind of like, once they're done with their mate, they bite his head off. But yeah, you're taking matters into your own hands. And I love the keyword of praying. So yeah, you are about to see what is about to come through as a result of your dedication to your spirituality and the direction that has been allowing your life to take. And so our next shadow card is number 9, Tlaloc, the god of rain and fertility. And so he's very much about emotional control. So realizing when things need water and emotion poured onto them, but also when that kind of needs to dry up a bit so that things don't get flooded. So yeah, the theme of control continues in this shadow card, and it's repeated again with the shadow card from the Herb Crafters Tarot, the Emperor, Hemlock. So you are ready for what you want, what you need to find a whole lot more structure. You're ready to organize things exactly the way you want them. And yeah, you are taking and getting a huge grip on what you need to feel passionate and engaged with life. And so our final shadow card is the Hierophant. So I love that we had the Emperor and then the Hierophant. So you've been taking major steps to define what you want your life to be looking like, what traditions you want to be fully implementing in your life. This particular Hierophant is doing a Ouija board. And yeah, so again, your connection with your spirituality is providing you all the answers you need to really get a grip on your challenges entering this transit. Yay. Very cool. I was so excited about this reading. I was going to wait to film it tomorrow, but I had to do it tonight. Yes. So, into the main reading. Our first oracle card is Alejandra Pizarnik's Solitude. So you've been listening to how much time you need on your own to just simply play. She's surrounded by dolls, birds, little flower arrangements and stuff, and she's holding a broken, dripping heart. So you've been doing a ton of healing. You've been realizing that the time you've been carving out for yourself has been serving you really well. And you're ready to do more of that as this transit unfolds. And so our next main oracle card is number 25, Birth. Because yeah, all this time spent in solitude is allowing you to fully feel reborn and actually allowing you to come back to the people in your life with increased energy and the willingness to persevere with what you have come to understand truly matters to you. So not only does your own self and the time you need to charge your personal batteries matter, but there are people in your life who you do truly love and care for and want to be able to also find time for them as well. So there's a big theme of getting control of sort of work-life balance in this reading. But yeah, our final main oracle card is dun dun dun, the Tower. But it's Mushroom in the Herb Crafters Tarot. So Venus in Scorpio is really going to show you where something that you thought was dead is actually being reinvigorated with fresh energy. Something is growing from what seemed so rotten. And you're being filled with the exact energy you need to, again, persevere with what you now understand matters to you. A lot has fallen away, and you're ready to work with what's left behind. It's interesting because Scorpio rules like the genitals and like sexual stuff. And the tower is ruled by Mars, which is very much about sexual energy. So yeah, all this time you've been carving out for yourself has you with this really much deepened understanding of your own pleasure. And so you could be poised for a pretty cool sexual awakening under this transit as well. Exciting. So what will be the theme of Venus's transit through Scorpio? And it's a particularly interesting representation of the Five of Swords. So usually the Five of Swords is a card of conflict, and obviously this one is too. But this interesting depiction has a couple facing against those five swords. So you're ready to stand strong with the people who matter to you. You're ready to face the world together and battle off all your sort of mutual detractors. So you are ready to stand strong in the relationships that are still standing as we enter this transit and see some interesting lifting up from the crazy midpoint that everything has felt like it's been at. Interesting. So what will be the main challenge of Venus's transit through Scorpio? And it's strength reversed. So yeah, you are moving forward, but you're still getting a grip on your energy. So this emphasis on solitude will still be really important. Your personal batteries do need some very real charging, but at the very least, you have the will to persevere with what you've started at this point. Yay. And so, how will Venus and Scorpio help you deepen your love for what's already in your life? And we have the Lovers reversed. So you will be made fully aware of what you do not love so that, yeah, you can sort of shift your choices and really access this key that ends up being at the bottom of the card. So real emphasis on that solitude energy of continuing to dig deep for the key that's going to unlock your just deepened commitments. Because I find the Lovers reversed doesn't necessarily mean breakup energy. I often see it as being a deepening of the relationship because it points back to the energy of the Hierophant, which in the Rider-Waite deck shows the Pope with two people in front of him. So I often see that as kind of being like marriage energy. So you're ready to feel a whole lot more married to what you actually do love and to just fully give yourself permission to turn away from what you do not love anymore. And so, your best advice for Venus's transit through Scorpio is the Knight of Wands. Yes, you're ready to go for it with something. There's a real emphasis on that sort of Mars, very driven, very energetic energy, but you're ready to run with the wind with the direction your passion has been calling you towards. So you may be feeling kind of like hasty, like this needs to happen like right now, and maybe it does. But yeah, one way or another, Venus's transit through Scorpio is really going to reinvigorate your sense of passion, the way that your spirituality is driving you forward. And yeah, it's going to find you like running with the wind and like crushing over all the thorns that used to scare you, but not anymore. And so, the higher self cards. What's our message of hope moving forward through Venus and Scorpio? And we start with Toni Morrison, Power. So you are finding soulfulness in what used to just be seen as spilt milk. So things that have been spilled, you're realizing that that happened for a reason. And yeah, you're moving towards a time where you're just feeling much more empowered by the struggles that you've been through. And you're standing in your power. You're gaining control. And it's so interesting. Our next higher self card is number 28, Action. So the shadow cards started with gaining control, getting a grip, and now you are ready to be empowered by the grip that you found. You are ready to take action. You have turned away from the crossroads and you have chosen the direction that you're going to be moving in as informed by what brings you joy, what stokes your passion, what makes you feel alive and warmed by the light of day. Ah, very cool. So moving forward, moving on through the weirdness. And so our next higher self card is the Madre of Water, the Queen of Cups, Oats. So this transit is really going to nurture your soul. We did have some difficult cards, but basically what you're going to be shown through this transit is going to fully unite you with what you do want. What does make you feel loving? What does make you feel open? What does make you feel healed and whole? So you're moving towards a time where you'll be able to take a much gentler approach, having gotten such a firm grip on what matters to you, who you understand yourself to be, and yeah, just ultimately finding your flow in life. Yay, exciting. And so the final higher self card is the Page of Cups. So I love this pair here, the mother and daughter of cups. So there's a strong undercurrent here of like mother-daughter healing. Yeah, and that really helping to fuel your trajectory. You're feeling a lot better about your personal relationships across the board, and that is really what's helping you to feel a deepened sense of connection with your intuition and the direction things are headed. Look at the Page of Cups is testing the oats, and they're too runny, but she's not complaining, or the mama doesn't care if she does. But one way or another, the Page of Cups is the final higher self card. Shows that, yeah, you are feeling a strong sense of emotional renewal as a result of the way you've been nurturing yourself in your times of solitude and deciding on what is being reborn in your life. And so, yeah, there may have been some emotional waves, but you were able to find the fun, find inspiration in those, and you're rolling with it. You're deeply connected with your inner child, which is helping you also heal your other relationships. So we had 5 majors. So your sense of tradition is intact. You know what you want in your life. You know how much your spirituality has been serving you. And all of those add up to the world. So things really are locking into place for you to step forth into the next cycle, feeling whole, feeling creative, and aware of what you want to be nurturing in your life. So we had the Queen of Cups, the Page of Cups, and the Knight of Wands. So there's so much forward motion surrounding healing, healing your anger specifically, and acting on your creative passion. So if there are any projects you have underway, those are about to experience a very cool birth as a result of all the energy you've been putting into them. But yeah, there was the One Swords card. So there will be some conflict, but it's like the necessary, thought-provoking kind. It's really helping you orient yourself towards which direction you'll be taking once you reach the real crossroads. There was the One Wands card, the Knight. So there's inspiration galore that is kicking you into high gear right now. The Two Cups, so real emphasis on relationship healing and realizing which relationships matter to you and which ones you're just chucking out and biting the head off of. And no Pentacles cards. So there is, yeah, you're really approaching a time where there will be totally fresh potential for financial healing as a result of all this other work that you've been doing on yourself. So the gap numbers in the reading add up to 15, which is a 6 numerologically. So you're really gaining control of what you actually love, and you're feeling empowered by that. Wow. So happy Venus in Scorpio, everybody. That's it for today. If you like this video, remember to like, subscribe, leave a comment if the video resonated. If you're interested in a personal reading with me, you can check out my Etsy shop. The link will be below. You can also follow me on Facebook and Instagram, which will also be linked below, for cards of the day, tidbits about my spiritual journey, stuff like that. And yeah, until next time, keep your hearts open, keep your eyes on the skies, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye.